Hello everyone and welcome to Long's Toys. Today we're taking a look at Sodo Chronicle Double. This is the premium Bandai set, while the first set was normal retail and had Cyclone Joker, Fang Joker, and then Joker by himself. This has Heat Metal, Luna Trigger, and Extreme. So this should take care of most of your double needs. I'm still kind of hoping that there might be another set in our future that has maybe Skull, Excel, and Eternal. I think that would be really cool. But only time will tell. I don't know how well this sold. I'm assuming fairly well. But you can see that there's no individual boxes this time. It's just one big box. There's Extreme on that side, Luna Trigger and Heat Metal on this side. Nothing going on the bottom. Not really much going on the top. And then you can see here that there's just a little perforated opening like most candy toys have. And I'll just show you this real quick. So this just has everything jammed into one box. But the nice thing is, there's not too much as far as putting them together. There's just a couple of accessories and things like that. And then a ton of stickers as per usual. So I'll have to get on all that. But I just wanted to kind of show you how this came packaged this time. No individual boxes. The retail release had individual boxes. Premium Bandai just has everything all in one. So I'm going to go ahead, get this all put together, and then we'll take a closer look. Alright, so here are the three figures fully stickered and assembled. Of course, we have Heat Metal, Cyclone Joker Extreme, and Luna Trigger. All three look really good in my opinion. Stickers weren't too bad. Definitely Cyclone Joker Extreme had the most stickers, which I think is to be expected, but they all turned out pretty good. I love that Heat Metal comes with two versions of the staff. You can see he's got the full-size one here in his hand, and then he's got a smaller version, so if you want to display it with him on his back. I'm going to go ahead and take that off. You can see that there's a peg right there. Very simple, just pegs right in. So with both Heat Metal and Luna Trigger, you can go ahead and swap the halves if you want to. The nice thing about how these work, they come with a solid driver, which you can see it's very tiny, but it has the heat Gaia memory and the metal Gaia memory. But they also come with individual halves. So let me see if I can get these here. So here is the individual half for heat. And so how it works is if you wanted to switch the halves, you would just put in the individual pieces of the driver. So if you wanted to do, say, for example, heat and trigger, you would take off the solid piece and you would put the two halves in. So let me see if I can... I have a pile of pieces over here. This is, I believe, metal. So where is trigger? Here we go. So here is trigger. Let me zoom in a smidge here. So if you wanted to put those two together, you would just put these two in separately, and then they would just kind of be next to each other for heat and trigger. So that's basically how the gimmick works. They also come with individual head pieces if you wanted to display the halves singly for some reason. You do get separate neck pieces that don't connect together, so you could put that on each half and then display them separately like that. They also come with these little connector pieces because all of the left sides have two pieces. The torso is one section and then the waist down is one section. So you would peg them together with these. Again, if you wanted to display the pieces separately, which I think the reason they do that is because he kind of has that rider kick where he kind of separates out, and then you could plug in both halves to the stand like we had with the normal retail release that had Cyclone Joker, Joker, and Fang Joker. So all that's possible. You do get a wide variety of extra fists and hands, which is very cool. I think that's pretty much it for accessories. You also get individual kind of crest pieces in case, again, you wanted to show off the halves individually. So I think that's cool. Definitely a ton of accessories with these, so I do appreciate that. Very much like the way the retail release was done. That had the same thing with all the different head pieces or neck pieces, crest pieces, driver pieces. So you can swap out and interchange all of the different halves. Cyclone Joker Extreme is one solid piece. You can't switch that out. But all of the normal two halves can be intermingled. Articulation for these is pretty standard for Sodo figures. Ball joint in the hip, thighs swivel 90 degrees at the knee, ball joint in the ankle. You do have a out to the side hinge as well as a swivel in the shoulder. Bicep swivel 90 degrees in the elbow, and then of course the wrists can move because they're just pegs when you're pulling them out, pegging in different ones. And then of course Trigger comes with the gun. He does come with two different versions of the gun. He's got the closed version and then the all the way open version. And they do put stickers on both sides, which is nice. They're kind of difficult to apply, I have to say. The staff wasn't as bad, but there's like so many nooks and crannies on these to try to make sure it goes on and doesn't look terrible. I'm certainly not the best when it comes to stickering these things, but I do what I can. Same thing with the sword and shield for Cyclone Joker Extreme. And you can take the sword out of his hand and drop it into the shield so you can power it up like he does on the show. Very cool. And then that just goes back into his fist. Now with the shield, to hold it this way, you actually have to plug it into the bottom of his fist, which I thought was a little weird. And I kept checking to make sure I didn't have it upside down, but that's how the instructions show you how to drop the sword in. So I would assume he's not plugging it in from the bottom, but if you wanted to have him switch it around and peg it into the top of the fist, you certainly could. But yeah, this guy looks good. Here is the Extreme driver. And that's 3 separate stickers, one in the center and then one for each wing, which I think looks pretty good. So yeah, I'm really happy with all 3 of these. Switching the halves out is not a pain, but a little bit more involved than I thought it would be because it's kind of 2 different pieces, but they do that so you don't lose that waist articulation because it's a peg into a peg hole there. But yeah, overall, I like them quite a bit. These were premium Bandai, so I wanted to get them to complete the Sodo double roster, I guess. I could see them maybe doing another. I think I mentioned previously with maybe like Excel, maybe Eternal, Skull for sure would be really awesome. So I don't know if that's happening. I kind of feel like they've moved on to Deno already, so they're probably not going to. But that could be cool to see maybe one more set of 3 for these guys. But I kind of think they've moved on from double. But the ones that we got so far, really good. I'm really enjoying them. And yeah. I definitely recommend them. If you're a fan of double, it is a little bit to apply all the stickers. It does take a little bit of time, but I think what you're left with is really nice, and they look really good, and I do appreciate the ability to swap out the halves so you can do all the different forms that he used in the show. And Cyclone Joker Extreme looks really good as well. So let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, guys, thanks so much for watching.